This is my cat, Mr. Knightley. You cat lovers, please help me out. Well, there's Coco, and there's Miss Pippi. Mr. Knightley, buddy, look at him. It's hard to get the camera on him because I have to pull it way back. He's got kidney disease, CKD, chronic kidney disease, which really surprised me. I didn't expect it from this stud of a kitty. He's extremely tall, long, and he's just bones. Oops, sorry. I've got this new phone and I'm not really sure how to use it sometimes because it was a big leap. I went from a 6 Plus. I've always had Apple. I love them. If you love Apple phones too, I did a video about this XR. They come in yellow and blue and all these beautiful colors. Coral. Anyway, but I'm not really that sure about this. It was a big jump from the 6 Plus. There's a lot of things I'm not doing quite right yet. You can see I have a total cat room here. Stuff on my bed for the cats that they like to lie on. But Mr. Knightley, he's just so thin. His appetite is okay. He doesn't like the kidney diet stuff. I've just been giving him regular food because anytime I can get him to eat, it's a good thing, you know. He went through a crisis where he was really bad when it first all sort of became clear. He'd had a dental procedure and he just never really recovered. Hey, he's rubbing on the phone, as you can tell. He's such a good kitty. He's just, I've got two that look kind of similar to him that I got a few years later. He's about 13. They're about almost 10. Mr. Knightley, your face is huge. I want the people to see just you and your whole body, but I can't get you in. Oops. Sorry. Okay. Let me see if I can get his legs in the picture. This cat is so tall. His legs are 10 inches long. I'm lying in bed because I took a nap. And he's wanting his dinner, and I'm about to feed them. But I thought I would just video him while I've got him right here. He's such a good guy. He likes a kiss right on the lips. Give the people a kiss on the lips. But he's so skinny. What can I do to put weight on this guy? And what can I do to help this kidney disease? What have y'all been through? There you can kind of see him. Mr. Knightley, let the people see you. He's just a real beautiful tabby. He used to always be slim, but he was such a stud because he was muscular slim. And suddenly he just lost all muscle mass. And he acts like he feels okay, but he's acting aggressive at times, and he's never been aggressive. He's very docile. He's very well behaved. Those other two that I got a pair of. I really wanted just the female, but they talked me into getting the brother and sister. They're classic tabbies like this. All of these I got from a pet store where the Humane Society or another adoption agency would put them. Or I've gotten them that just walked up to my place, or, you know, I'm feeding a feral cat outside right now. That's also a classic tabby. I love the big swirls they have. So I have 3 classic tabbies and that solid brown little Coco that you saw for a brief moment. Underneath her solid coat, a lot of times the solid coat ones really have actually a tabby pattern underneath there, a default pattern. That's their default pattern. Anyway, Mr. Knightley is just so well behaved. Those other two that I got, Jeter and Pretty, I've done another video about these cats, but or at least about there and there, and I think a couple of them, but not all my cats. I have 5. And then Mr. Sir Thomas that I feed outside, who's, like I said, another classic tabby. He doesn't have as triangular of a face, but really he's got the big jowls because he needs to be fixed. I'm going to try to trap him in TNR, trap, neuter, and release him back. He's so feral, but he sleeps on my glider, and I give him food a lot, so he hangs out there a lot. I try to give him a little bit of shelter. I have a patio that's not warm, but I have a heat lamp for him. Mr. Knightley, where'd you go, buddy? You can see it's a cat place that I live in. There's my little bedroom Christmas tree, and I've got a similar one in the living room. Actually, it's identical, but I did a theme in the living room of Gone with the Wind ornaments. But anyway, maybe you can see there how Mr. Knightley is so tall and elegant. But he lost all muscle mass. I was wondering if y'all knew of any way I could get muscle back on him. There's one of the other tabbies by the heater. I took a short nap today. I'm exhausted from a bunch of Christmas activities that have been going on. I had more activities this year than in 1 week than I've had in 6 months, it seems like. There's all 3 of the tabbies, but they look dark in here. They are pretty dark, but they're brown tabbies where the tabby stripes. That's Miss Pretty. The tabby stripes are black and the background is brown. But Miss Pretty has almost her face is real light. It's almost silvery in person and kind of hard to capture it on a video. Hello, Miss Pretty. But those two are just so rambunctious. They're bad. I mean, they're just cats. But I mean, I've never had cats this misbehaved. They're crazy. And Mr. Knightley is such a gentleman, thus the name. I named him after a character from a Jane Austen. I said Costin. It's a new word. Character from a Jane Austen novel. Costin. Mr. Knightley is a Costin from Emma. It's about some really upper class people, but there's a character or two in there who are, Cockney or whatnot. Maybe not Cockney, but sorry, I just woke up. I'm not doing my best Cockney. But they're upper crust, Mr. Knightley is a gentleman. But he tells Emma a few things. He teaches her to be kind to all people in all stations. And it's a wonderful story. I really like it. My dad was a literature professor, and he always says Emma was really kind of her crowning achievement in some ways. But they're all great. Everybody loves, hey, Mr. Knightley. Everybody loves Pride and Prejudice. My favorite is Persuasion. But anyway, Mr. Knightley is chewing on that tree, and that's not good because they throw up that flocked. One of them threw up a thing the other day. It was a piece of that flocked stuff, and that flocked stuff is not good for him. Stop it, Mr. Knightley. No, buddy. Don't chew it. It's because they're hungry right now. All right, I need to go feed them. Anyway, there's my beautiful tall boy. I call him Tall Boy. And Tabitoo for being the last saber-toothed tiger. But if you have any suggestions about chronic kidney disease, please help me. Because I thought this guy would live to 18 or 20, and now he's got this disease, but it was really high at one point. The creatinine was 5.4 at its worst, but it was 2.6. It was down to 2.6 the last time I had him checked. So he's just in the moderate stages, I guess. But if you have any suggestions, please leave the comments below. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm Becky, and I'm just going to start doing videos about my cats, about music, about things I love, because I love a lot of things very much. I just am not halfway on things. I also hate a lot of things, so we could do a couple on things that I just absolutely despise, but then I get a problem. I'd get a lot of negative comments, and I wouldn't really like that. I don't really use YouTube or Facebook to just get into negative stuff. I don't like it. It stresses me out really easily. I just want people to say nice stuff. Okay, say bye, Mr. Knightley. There's Jeter. He's also pretty tall. They're big cats, all 3 of those tabbies, but Mr. Knightley is very tall and very striking, and it really hurts me that he's just so, lost all this weight, and he's not hungry sometimes, and for the most part his appetite's been a little more stable lately. I've only had to use the appetite stimulant that Mirataz just a couple of times this last few weeks. It's a cream that you put in their ear on the skin part, and it doesn't really bother them much. But anyway, thanks again. Talk to y'all later. Any comments will be greatly appreciated.